Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are back with some more Necesse. And you can see the village has little change since the last one. The only thing I've been doing in between episodes is farming the boss. So we beat the first boss in the last one with our portals. Let me just show you too, because my chest was about half full with the summoning items, but we've only got 6 left, you can see. So if we need a few more bars, we can still wait till the nighttime and summon them up. But I didn't do any crafting. I've just basically been chopping wood during the day, kind of thinking about how I want to reform the base a little bit, because I got some ideas how I want to change things, which we're going to go over. But first things first, let's do some crafting. I'd say it's time to use these bars. Now, I am aware that we will need, I think, a special crafting bench to make the bars. There it is. That's what we need, the demonic workbench. Beautiful. Now, another thing I'll note too is I ran out of health potions while I was fighting the boss. So I slapped down the alchemy table, and I've got a list here. What I need is sunflowers, which we're growing now. I've got some seeds planted, and I went and picked up a bunch of glass from the desert. So if we go to our map, then the world map, I went to this spot right here. I didn't do anything except use my shovel to dig up sand, though. We didn't go underground, nothing like that. It's just a small little desert island. And you can see we've got glass bottles now, so those are coming along quite nicely. I'm just going to leave that working. Oh, okay, this is sideways. Let's readjust this. I need things to be lined up perfectly. There we go. So that's now facing correctly. What do we got here? Advanced workstation. Oh, okay, so this will need tungsten. Let's just go to what we can currently craft with the demonic bars. We have 91, so that's a pretty good count. Let me see. Cheese press. Not yet, not yet. We might get there. Apiary frame. That's cool for bees and stuff. There is a beehive nearby. I'd like to be able to get a good source. Oh, look, a net for catching them. Pyromat, more bars. Here we go. This is what we want. We're looking at some tools. Let's start with the important stuff. Demonic axe. Yes, please. This, I'm sure, is all an upgrade from the gold. So I'm just going to boom, 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 replace all those real quick. Now we've got a sword. That's 24 melee damage. Our hammer is only 17. Let's replace that. Let's test that out too. I want to see how the sword... Oh, that's pretty big. I like that too, and I can just move the mouse and it'll auto aim whatever direction. This is a good weapon. I like that. Okay. It's not enchanted, but maybe we'll pick something up when we go below. Oh, you know what? That's another thing I forgot. There was a little barrel in the desert, which I didn't loot. I looked in it though, and there is an item enchantment or a weapon. I don't know what it's for, but anyway, we should travel back there real quick just to pick that up. All right, well, we are here in the desert, and I just wanted to come by and grab this. It's for a ranged weapon, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and loot all. I'll leave the barrel here. I don't really use barrels for storage, but you can see my health is getting pretty low. And again, I don't have any potions at the moment, so I'm just going to warp back, get out of the desert. I had brought a ladder with me just in case we wanted to put one down there, but I think I'll just keep this in my inventory for the moment, you know, and we'll... oh, we got a handgun. That's cool. All right, that's definitely going in the hot bar. We'll probably use that, but I need to craft up some more bullets, don't I? All right, so I've also got a hotkey now for stacking everything off. Let's go ahead and enchant. I think I'm going to enchant my gold bow. Yeah, what does this do? I don't even know, but I'm just putting it on there. Let's go. Damage and attack speed, so that's pretty good. This is my boss killing weapon, the arrow. I've got some pretty weak fire arrows, but if we really need to, we can craft up some iron arrows too. But speaking of crafting, I've still got some bars, and I noticed before I headed over to the desert there that there's a few things we might want to do. Ooh, for one thing, I can craft up the balance foci. Since I've fought the boss so many times, we're definitely good to go there. I'll replace that, summon foci. So increases all damage dealt by 15. That's pretty huge, and it's a crafting material, so we'll probably be able to make something else out of it. But I also noticed that there's these, it's the blood plate set, which I'm pretty sure I already have the cowl for, don't I? Yes. So I think we might make this set. Now I don't know if I'm necessary. I like the summoner set that we've got right now because it allows me to have my 3 little friends here with me, and this is going to diminish that, so to speak. But obviously it's got other benefits like health regen, movement speed, and the set bonus itself looks pretty good. Health regen. So that might be a good set for fighting boss. Let's see. So you know what I'm going to do? Instead of starting to sell these things or just dump them into chests where we can't see them, I'm going to craft up, I think, a couple of, what are they called? Mannequins or whatever. Yeah, I think that they have those in this game. So let me locate them real quick and set a few up. Okay, so I've just got them right here inside our little area, but eventually this is probably all going to be chests. And another thing I've thought about in terms of reworking some of this front area is my biggest complaint with how I've got it set up currently is the flag here. It's okay in the middle, but these being next to my fences and my garden, the people either get lost here and it's hard to find them because they're scattered in the crops, or they go inside the animal pen. They literally open up the gate and walk in here, and then I have to go in with them to talk to them. So I kind of want to move the animals and the farm. I'm going to keep the flag centered a little bit, but I'm thinking I might build like a structure around it, kind of like a little guest house, so to speak, just so that we have an easy place to locate newcomers, new NPCs who show up, whether it's the pawnbroker or just a temporary trader or whatever. But I think I'll probably set up a bunch of armor stands in that building, since it's pretty much like just a useless building, just there for fun. But anyway, just a side note, and like I said, after we get done crafting, I'm going to do some redesigning of the I need to add a few more buildings too, just because we're getting maxed out. If somebody else showed up, oh, I did have a pawnbroker show up, for instance, and I tried to bring him on board, but he said he wasn't impressed enough. But this is the only open bed right here. It's the one that I've got set to my spawn point, so we're going to need a few more rooms around this place. But I would like to test out my new weapon, possibly the gun, and the new armor set, just to see how that functions. So maybe we should go below and clear out a few stages. I don't know. Honestly, I almost feel like there's not much down here on these levels to do. I'm sure there's going to be a challenge, but maybe we should head over to the desert again and set down that ladder. Oh, that reminds me. Sorry, I got 1,000 things going at once, but where's the elder at? Because he's got a quest for us. Okay, I have located him in his copper outfit. Let's see, the quest. Kill Ever's protector. Yes, we completed that. There we go. So I've been waiting to turn that in for you guys just to kind of see what we get. And we got the lunchbox. Where did that go? There it is. Stores food. Very, very nice. And then I think we can just eat directly from the box. That's helpful. Okay. Now we want to kill the frozen beard. Dropped from frozen dwarves in snow caves. So that's cool. Okay, I'm thinking then instead of the desert, we should probably be looking for the snowy areas. Ah, interesting. We've got 2 snowy areas, but no village. So, yeah, maybe this is our next target then. We'll save the desert until we get an actual quest for it. But let's see, the only one I've got currently is for the frozen beard. Okay, well, I have just entered the northern cold region here. And let's see, I built a little boat. We are fully outfitted with our new gear, and I built some bullets too for the gun. So I crafted some up with the iron we've got extra, and I am pumped, ready to go. It's cold outside here where I'm staying. Right now the winter is pretty heavy, but we're gonna conquer this winter here at least. Let's see, is there a barrel? Yes, we got a little barrel hiding. Tightened handgun. So that's even better. Mark the pawnbroker. You know, I honestly am not going to go back because we just arrived here. Let's see, what is this for? Use enchanting equipment with bulky. Nice. Does that mean a trinket or no? Probably not. Let's try it though. Oh, nice. That did me. Okay. So we got max health on our trinket. Sweet. And this gun is better. So let's swap those out. Right. We'll keep that one, unset this. I've got an empty spot here, which is going to be kind of annoying. I'll just put my coins there. That way I can see how many I've got. Okay, let's move on with our lives. Now, is this it? Oh, this is like the tiniest little island in the world. But you know what? That's okay. Doesn't make a big difference. Here's what I want to do. Chop some of these trees. Don't really need the wood. Just kind of clearing things out. But here we go. All right, I brought my ladder. Let's throw it down. This is as good a place as any. And we have gone below. In the middle of nowhere, apparently. All I can see is a little spider cave up here with a royal egg. What the hell's that? It's been a while since I played, guys. If you're just tuning in, I've got one other series on my channel for Necesse, but it's been about 7 months since I uploaded. And I'm still a little bit rusty, but trying to get the hang. We are set on hard mode, too, by the way, I should mention. Ooh, we got ice. Nice. The gun's doing some damage. Oh, I just woke up a boss. That's what the royal egg is, isn't it? Damn it. Well, this isn't going to work. Hold on. Let's see what happens when we retreat in the midst of a boss fight. And we'll just give it a minute. Okay, well, while I was waiting for the boss, I guess, to despawn, I don't know how long it takes, but I just figured I'd give it an extra moment or two and maybe build a little house here. So I cleared some of the trees, picked up, and I also cleared the walls, but now I've kind of incorporated those snowstone walls into our build here. It's pretty simple. Just a little structure. Again, I'm just kind of playing with some of the architecture, trying to get a feel for what we've got and what it looks like when some of the stuff comes together. But I'm going to throw these extra building materials here inside the barrel. I also went and cleared this little island of the ice blossoms. So we'll probably bring these back with us to the town, to our little settlement. But for now, we're looking pretty good. I'll take the saplings back with me. Now, let's just see if that boss is despawned. Remember, too, I don't have health potions, so I'm just waiting for some sunflowers to grow. So, in other words, we're just having a little bit of fun here, testing out our new armor and weapons, but I'm not ready to face a boss. I'm not even really ready to be challenging a new mine like this, but hey, I can't rest. I need to push the boundaries. Whoop, whoop. Also, I think our gear does, like, after taking damage, your health regen is doubled for 4 seconds. All right, we'll take a little damage. The gun's pretty difficult. You got to be accurate with it. Is that another? Okay. I also don't want to summon the boss again, so I'm trying to be extra careful, but might be good to stick with the melee just for that reason, so we don't accidentally hit another royal egg. But let's just see what this place has. If we can discover like a chest or two real easy, that would be fantastic. Also get a couple ice crystals or whatever. The vampires. I think they're ice shards we're looking for. Not sure, but let's just take a look. There's one. Yeah, the frost shard. That's what we need. Oh man, well I've been chasing this caveling that's carrying around a bunch of frost shards, but he's leading me deeper and deeper to where I don't want to go. But I'll tell you, these frost shards are kind of rare so far. I've only gotten 2, including the one that I got with you guys, but I'm still trying to outlast here. Let's see, what do we get? Frozen beard. There's our quest item. That's cool. Also, these guys are dropping javelins. I just wonder how powerful those are. 36 damage. That's huge. Yeah, I'm using this gun, liking it quite a bit. Just got it, like I said, I'm nervous about popping another boss summons, but if we do, hey, we'll just warp out of here. I'm not planning on dying down here, I'll tell you that much. But so, oh, there's another health potion, so that's good. We're actually coming across a couple potions, too, in our travels. So far, still no chests, but, ooh, I definitely want all of this snowstone. That'll be good for some crafting, no doubt about it. God, there's a lot of spider caverns, but just no chests. Oh, we got a lot of spawns. There we go. Also quite heavy. Ooh, who's this person? Let's get, yeah. Oh, she wants a bunch of stuff. Well, no worries. I would like to have her join me because the The miners are pretty amazing, but I'm not going to pay all that for it. I don't even think we have it. No big deal. It's interesting, though, seeing NPCs out here in the mines. I guess it makes sense to find the miner. Oh, boy. Well, I'll tell you, things are getting a little hairy, but still crushing it here. Let's just see. Nice. There's also one of these little rooms over here. The miner's leading me to gold. She's amazing. Not really. She might be, but... Also, I'm just kind of exploring. Gosh, these areas are pretty nice, but still no chest. Really, what I'd love to find are some wheat seeds. I even took my sickle out at one point, and I was just in my settlement cutting grass with the sickle, hoping that maybe like some wheat seeds would drop or something, but I need to figure out exactly what we can feed to our domesticated animals. Oh, bro, I want this guy. There we go. Oh, that was 12 frost shards. That's immense. Oh, I'm killing the miner. Whoopsie. Sorry about that. Oh, here we go. Check it out. Oh, there's a whole like little structure with the zombie inside. Speaking of zombies. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to loot this. What's this? Spider gland. And then we will probably warp back because we got our quest item. Inventory's getting relatively full. Plus, like I said, I do want to spend a little bit of time building on the village because I need the space, you know. If we want to get a pawnbroker, we've got to like get something more elaborate and I think decorated more nicely. But anyway, let's stay focused here. Break into this guy's little home. He's got set up with his nice little zombie wife over there, and we're going to loot it. All right, let's take it all. I want this. Nice. What do we get? Tomato seeds. Well, I'll take them. And we've got a... Yes. Anvil, bookshelf. All right, beautiful. Well, like I said, it's hard for me to leave a dungeon, or even a mine shaft like this, but we've got to go back. Here we are. And we've got all kinds of frost shards. Let's just see what we can make with those. First, let me stack everything off. Oh boy, I got a lot of stuff. A lot of new stuff here. Oh, there's our glass bottles. That's going to be good to have. Alright, well, I'm going to go through and sort all this out real quick. Alright, well, real quick, now that we've got our inventory sorted, before we take a look at the frost shards, let's go ahead and turn in this quest. There we go, and kill the queen spider. Okay, well, that's the one we, I think, summoned by accident and failed to defeat, but like I said, I didn't even have a single potion. Now, good news is, some of the sunflowers were harvested, and I was able to make 21 health potions. So we're starting to get our little stack of health potions increased again, which is important. Now, I just want to take a quick look to... What's the next level? Cave glow. Yeah, as I remember, that's not for... I think that's like in the swamp mine shaft or the caves. Whatever. I'm just going to call it mines, caves, dungeons. It all means the same thing to me when we go underground, basically. Alright, well, after looking at all the different workbenches and anvils we've got set up, going through the different things we can craft with frost shards, I realized that the demonic stuff is better, at least the tools. It's arguable about the armor, obviously, it's for a whole different build, but the tools are better that we've got now, so I'm going to save these frost shards. Maybe I'll make a weapon or two for some of the villagers at some point, or even just use them to craft up the set here, because having each set as we progress is kind of cool. I like the idea. Like I said, setting up just kind of a display room for the new NPCs. Maybe that'll impress the pawnbroker finally. But speaking of which, I also built a cheese press here. I'm going to lay this stuff out at some point. Hopefully we can set up some of the NPCs to work on this too. Let's see, obviously I can go collect some milk, but I was just seeing if maybe we had some. Look at this, we got trinkets. Where are they getting trinkets? Oh, I bet the fisherman's probably fishing these up. That's interesting. Thank you, sir. But now I think it's time to collect a little bit more wood because I'm down to less than one full stack. And, oh, we've got a travel scroll. Interesting. I'll keep that. But, yeah, I'm going to, like I said, make some adjustments here. One of the first things I want to do is move the pens. So I'm going to remove them from this area. And I'm going to also adjust the pathway a little bit So what I'm going to do is move the pen into this area between the houses. So I'll put like one little fence piece right here to block this side so the animals don't squeeze through the gap. And then I'm going to put a row of fences. I'm probably going to curve it out a little bit so you can see I'm kind of building a path, or removing that so I can build it out a little bit. Because not only does it need to have enough space to, have a pretty decent sized herd, but it needs to kind of flow with the rest of the structures. So let me grab some of the materials and get some of it laid out so you kind of get an idea better of what I'm talking about visually. Oh, this is so cool. So I was going through crafting up some of the materials I'd need, and I happened to notice the cooling box, which I'd seen before. This is crafted using those ice shards, and just like it sounds, it keeps meat and food cool so it lasts longer, which is amazing. So I've got it laid here, and it takes ice blossoms as like a fuel source to keep it cold, which I really like. Whoops, I just messed up the name. So I'm actually going to plant a few of these too. We had some, like I said, I luckily pulled some up while we were there at the little frost biome, but yeah, so that's going to be helpful. And I did set it as like a settlement storage so the NPCs will take from it and stuff. But all right, so let's get to crafting, or building I should say. I think I'm going to pull out the rest of these real quick just so I have a clear building area and I can kind of figure this out. I think the grass will regrow too, so don't worry about that, this green stuff. Plus I have some seeds if it doesn't. But anyway, let's grab the fence posts. Oh, I might need to craft some up. That's okay. We've got that there. So that's going to block. Oh, so it won't work on a diagonal, pure diagonal, but if we just go like that, that'll work. Okay. I think the structures are pretty good. In terms of going like diagonal like this, like it's still a contained room, and it doesn't seem to affect it in any negative way. So these are okay, but the fences obviously don't work. Now the question is, how far do I want to go out? I honestly think this is probably a good level. I don't need to go too crazy with it, but so we got a villager showed up. I don't have any room for him to sleep, though, unless he wants to sleep in my building, but that's off limits to the NPCs. I'm sorry, buddy. You'll just have to wait till we get some more buildings set up. Okay, there we go. So you can see I've got the gate set up and everything. It's not bad. It looks pretty good. It doesn't disrupt the flow of the pathway too much either from building to building, if I want to visit the NPCs. I like it. And it gives, actually, I think maybe a bit more space than they currently have. So it's a good setup, and it utilizes the space more effectively. So now, obviously, I need to mirror that over here, and I'm definitely going to be pulling out this tree. I did originally plan on just using this little area as like an orchard to put our trees. This is an apple tree. I don't think it's fully matured, but we get the apple sapling back. So there we go. That's good. I'll replant that somewhere else. And like I said, I'm just going to mirror whatever we've got over here. And then I'm going to move the animals and deconstruct this fence. Okay, well, you can kind of see now what I was thinking of when I described like a little guest room, essentially. It's also going to be a storage area for the different crafting benches that I use out here and that our NPCs will have access to. So you can see I've moved the cooling storage. This is just for tools and some of our fertilizers. I've also set these things as workstations now, so hopefully they'll come and cook their own food. We'll see how that goes. Of course, they should probably need some fuel. And just to get them started, I'm going to load up some cooked fish into the box here so they have something to eat. Oh, we've also got our cheese press. I'll put that right here. I need to assign that as a workstation too. I'm assuming this is going to function now, and that will, I don't know, because they also need to set up I think a husbandry zone. Can we do that? Let's see, open the settlement, husbandry zone. So we'll set this here with the cows, just the interior. I want to make it perfect. There we go. I don't want any of the walls to be selected. All right, I think that's good. And I'll set one up over here for the... Wait, are these individual zones now? Huh. See that? I'm not sure. Maybe if I just do it like this, it's better. Just one big zone. I'm not sure. I haven't played with this a lot, but if we just set that like that, that's probably good. Yeah, that'll work because it's easier for me too. Just one quick swipe. All right, learning as we go. We'll see how that works. Now, hopefully they'll come over here and put some cheese in the cheese press too. But let's go back. All right, fertilized zone. Now, here's the deal. I've discovered a problem, too, with the layout of the whole settlement. So you might not notice it right off the bat, but I realized when I was lining up these doors here, it's most noticeable right here. So you can see it doesn't line up perfectly with the center of this garden. So in other words, this needs to be shifted to the left one, which isn't a big deal. And you can also see here, this pathway comes to the end of this wall, but it's missing 2 over here. So I think I actually need to shift it a couple over, but that's the easy part, because the real problem is the fact that this whole side is shifted over 2 sections as well. So if we look, we can measure it out with the fence. We've got between this door and the edge, we've got 3, and between this one, 2, there's the torch, we'll count that, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 2 extra spaces on this side. You can see, so I essentially need to move everything over 2, which is going to be quite a big job considering I just laid out the fences and the buildings have been up now for a while, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue. I will shift over the garden because I was planning on redoing this area next, but I'm going to build a few more houses so that we do actually have some room for any NPCs. That's kind of my priority right now, is to make some space, but I will readjust it so it's perfect and everything is set up correctly. But like I said, it's going to have to wait until I get some more buildings lined up. But I will continue to build in a symmetrical fashion, I think, and I'll just take account for the misalignment over here. But yeah, as you can see, it's a lot clearer to notice when we're pulled out like this. But that's okay. That's just how it goes. You know, if you let little hurdles like that, you know, discourage you from playing, then you're never going to play much of these building type games, because this is kind of a minor mistake in the grand scheme of things. But nonetheless, I hope you get an idea of how the settlement's going to start coming together, and you can count on more uploads, guys, coming in the near future. Daily uploads for sure. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on the next Necesse.